Yo guys, welcome back to another video on the channel, and today we're going to be taking a look at the best settings for movement in Warzone as of right now. This is going to allow you to slide cancel a lot faster, bunny hop a lot easier, and just overall is the best movement settings for Warzone in my opinion on controller in 2022. I made this video a couple years ago, you guys seem to really enjoy it, so I'm going to make it again today and give you guys my settings that I do run now on my controller so you guys can keep up and do exactly what I do and try and put them to use the same way that I do. Quick before we do get into it though, if you aren't already, be sure to subscribe to the channel, notifications, so you don't miss any more videos on the channel. If you do enjoy it, smash the thumbs up and let me know your thoughts on this in the comments below, but let's jump straight into it right now. Okay guys, so hopefully this should be a nice short video because we're just going to go through my controller settings. No other settings that we need to go through, but we're going to go over to controller. So to start off, in terms of my button layout, I do play tactical, however I also do play claw. If I grab my controller real quick for you guys, so as you guys can see quickly just while I am full screen, you can see that I play with a scuff controller, and I do have the 4 buttons on the back where my fingers sit in and I can just press both the buttons, allowing me to slide cancel a lot faster. This one I have set to slide, and this one I have set to jump, so I can do slide A, so I'm back on my feet, slide A, so I slide cancel a lot easier. And when I'm bunny hopping, I can also just tap that, so I can just jump sideways whilst keeping my center nice and well. However, if you guys don't have a scuff controller or any sort of paddles on the back of your controller, I recommend you do play tactical, and for the reason for this is it just allows you to be a lot faster, it allows you to melee a lot easier, and sliding is much easier with the analog than it is with B. By pushing in the analog stick, it's much easier to do than pressing the B button, because what I also recommend doing is trying to learn to play claw if you haven't got paddles, because you can then keep your finger on the A button and your thumb on the analog stick, allowing you, so when you bunny hop, you can actually keep your thumb on the analog stick, allowing you to be able to center your crosshairs properly while still tapping A at the same time. Whereas if you're tapping A with your thumb, you've got nothing controlling your analog stick, meaning your centering is going to be off. So I highly recommend, if you don't play claw already and you've got no paddles on your controller, you highly recommend you do start learning to play claw, because by tapping that A button with your finger and keeping your thumb on the analog stick to be able to and this will allow you to keep your crossheads centered nicely as well. So I highly recommend you do learn to do that, because that's going to make it a lot easier for you with those bunny hops as well. And in terms of my stick layout, it's absolutely default. My invert vertical looks obviously on disabled, I don't play with that. My dead zones are on 0.2 and 0.5. This is going to be totally different for you depending on how much stick drift you have. This one's going to vary on everyone's controller. What I recommend doing is putting this all the way down and just upping it by 1 every single time until that stick drift does stop. So if you guys are sat in the menu in a normal game and you're on 0.001 and then your character starts turning to the right or turning to the left, I highly recommend you then up it 1, then just see if it keeps doing it, and keep doing it, and just put it up by 1 every single time until the movement does stop. And my max dead zone is 99 obviously. My horizontal stick sensitivity is actually on 8 at the minute, but I normally play 12. I do normally play 12, but I've been, a lot of people have been trying me to try out 8 because apparently it's a lot better for their aim, so that's what I've gone with. I've stuck it on 8 for now. That's what I'm currently using as of right now. So if you guys want exactly what I'm using, it's 8. If you want to go with 12, which is what I normally run, you can go ahead and do that, or just play whichever sense you do actually like. Just remember, if you do change your sense, it's going to take a little while to get used to. Don't change it and think, oh, this is useless after the first game. It's going to take you a couple of games to get used to. So my sensitivity per zoom, I actually have this on my ADS sense on low zoom is a 0.65. The rest is all on 1, and as you can see, my ADS sense multiplier is on 1. The only one I do change is this low zoom. It makes it much easier to track up close. So if you are struggling to track people up close, I mean, you should do this anyway. You should lower it under the 1 anyway, because it's just going to make your aim a lot better, and you're going to actually perform a lot better. Hit shots a lot nicer, be able to track people much easier. So I'd highly recommend you do change that. My aim response curve type is dynamic. I like dynamic. I don't know what it is. I've always ran dynamic on Warzone. There's a lot of differences. Everyone used to talk about it back in the day when Warzone first came up, but I still run dynamic since then. Controller vibration disabled. If you play with controller vibration, I don't know what you're doing, but please go ahead and turn that off right now, because you don't need it. It's not good. My aim assist is just standard. My scale aim assist with FOV is disabled. My weapon mount shared input is ADS and melee. My weapon mount movement exit is just enabled. My ADS site behavior is obviously on hold. Steady aims hold. Equipment behavior is hold. Use reload behavior is contextual tap. Make sure if you haven't got yours set to this, you have it on contextual tap. It means every time you see a gun, you can literally just tap X on it and it's going to be able to do it straight away. You will need to reload while holding X, but you'll get used to it very quickly. Whereas if you're trying to loot up quickly, it's a lot faster than holding X by tapping X, be able to get that gun nice and quickly, take someone out of the game very quickly. Depleted ammo weapon switch enabled, just because if I run out of ammo, it's going to be able to go ahead and do that. This is a massive one. Armor plate behavior apply all, especially if you're trying to get some good clips and you're trying to hit some nice clips against a full team with a bit of movement in there. You want to be putting all your plates on at one time. You want to be able to hold wire one time, and it's going to put all 3 on whilst you're running around trying to get away from your opponents, making a nice clip. Slide behavior is always on tap. This is always on tap. You want this, especially if you slide cancel. Like I say, it's a movement video, it's movement settings. You want slide behavior on tap. It's going to make your slide cancels much quicker, much more fluid, and you just genuinely do want that. My auto move forward is off. Tactical sprint is double tap by just double tapping it on the analog stick, but I also have it on automatic, so as soon as I start running forwards, my character does auto tactical sprint. So when you're slide cancelling, all you need to do is keep that analog stick moving forwards. You hit your slide cancel. When you come back up onto your feet, because you've got your analog stick moving forwards, it's going to tactical sprint straight away anyway, so you don't have to keep spamming your analog in. You will just automatically tactical sprint, which is an absolute big W. I definitely recommend you do put this on. And my vehicle camera recenter is enabled, and my parachute auto deploy is disabled. But they are my best movement settings and my controller settings that I do run as of right now, guys. So hopefully this video has helped something out. If it has, be sure to smash the thumbs up. If you've got any questions, be sure to let me know in the comments below. I'll be sure to answer them as soon as possible with you guys. If you have enjoyed it, smash the thumbs up, as it helps me hit the algorithm and helps me reach more people as well. So if you can do that, please do go and smash the big thumbs up. I appreciate watching until the end. I hope you have a great rest of the day, and we'll catch you in the next one in a bit. Peace.